Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Gulfstream Park.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. It's Friday. That means it's fun day. It means we have horses, we have food. We're going to have Joe Beja. We're at Gulfstream at Ten Palms in Hallandale Beach. And we've got Mike Lubie on the production board, and we've got Potchking around with his headset. We've got new improved headsets.
This thing is messed up.
You okay there, Defo?
Well, I was trying to get it around because I'm a lefty when it
It's
comes
on
to
the
the
right
microphone coming in.
from yesterday. We'll move it. Yeah, just do it on the bottom. We'll fix it.
Here,
So I got to spin that
you want to
around.
do a
No,
swap?
No, he can
no,
just
okay.
switch it himself. It's not rocket science.
I'll fix it up. It's okay. I can make do with this.
Yeah,
right.
we'll go in the next break.
It's funny how that works. Are you a sophomore, or like do you write?
No, I'm a
left-handed?
right-handed.
So then
person.
why do you prefer it on your?
Just get
I don't
used to
know.
it.
It's just
You get
the
used
way
to
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of
I've
those
been doing it
ampy-
for 50 years. So
I do all my right, left, do all my sports with my right. But for some reason, the mic being here is what I'm so used to that it weirds me out if it's on the right side. And I'm
This
like,
is
"Oh,
bizarre
yeah."
because I'm a lefty, but I have my mic on the left-hand side. It's my dominant side.
You
I
see,
don't
I'm
know.
like ambidextrous.
it
In
just
a sense.
doesn't feel right.
It feels weird.
Then it seemed like Joe Rose was the last guy to wear this headset.
You
Chase
sound like the Dolphins. We have a built-in excuse
Tom,
going.
you have Tom Angelo's. Tom has like big hair. And he
Okay.
wanted it on the
You
right,
did want to know.
and he wanted it on the right. Yeah.
Because he didn't want to have headphone head.
Yep, he didn't
Yeah,
want the
yeah,
headphone
hair.
hair. Yeah.
Well, he's a very.
It's like, you know what? Have you ever flown somewhere and then you had a date with somebody like when you were coming back into town and the last thing you wanted was airplane head, where you were all cleaned up, but then you fell asleep against the window of the airplane and then the girl was meeting you at the airport or whatever, and now you look like crap.
That's why God invented hats, right?
Yeah.
I guess.
They weren't as popular back then when I actually was
Well,
directing women.
I have no idea what I have. It's not bedhead. It's wake up early at the crack of dawn and try to
You
beat
guys
the
both
deadline.
seem a little bit low key today.
I'm just
Well,
exhausted.
Here's the thing.
Luby's out of it. You have all kinds
Well,
of
you
problems.
tell me what happened today, Lubie. You were saying your dog Wolf.
Well, I didn't know this when we got him. I knew the Huskies had a lot of energy, but I didn't realize they had weak stomachs. He's had a weak stomach the whole time. I didn't realize it was attributable to his breed.
So he has GI issues.
He just once in a while he gets like eating his food will mess up his stomach, so I have to give him chicken and rice, which
What
is
happens when
I
he
have
was
a restaurant issue for you, though.
I wanna
will solve this.
fine. I want to try your place actually.
You have to start
Yeah,
going
see if
to
that helps.
Meals for Dogs.
Yeah, see if that helps.
That would be Oakland Park and Federal.
Yeah.
And I would have to say that the money that you save in vet bills and aggravation
It's worth it.
over the years is incredible.
Well, you know
Yeah.
that our man Lubie is saving all his nickels and dimes for his impending
The human, yes.
child,
But the last
son.
thing he needs now
but-
is a $5,000 vet bill.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's 100% true.
But I think in his budget now, how much is weekly provisions for a
Oh,
canine?
I wouldn't even want to know anymore because
I don't know.
people are telling me the economy's great. Look at the stock market. And meanwhile, you go to the grocery store, you get whacked for $40 on 3 items.
Well, the proteins are
A
nuts.
water enhancer, a thing of roast beef, and you're out the door $40 later.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is worth it though, Lubie. I have to say, for my two dogs,
open to
they're
it.
never sick.
Nice.
Skippy, could have been a goner a long time ago. He's lived the ripe age of 17 right now, even though he's having some problems.
Yeah.
And I attribute it all to the diet, where literally, Mayo, you could walk in there.
Yeah, but how do you not know what it costs? I mean, it's like market price or something? Or
What, the food?
Yeah.
your
Oh, no,
food,
it's
your
it's all, I mean, it's there. I mean, you're thinking that it might be a little high for like if you were buying a can of dog food. But by comparison to the amount of grief you save both your dog and yourself,
But
it's worth every
The
penny.
price, I don't know.
you're
It's not
evading-
super expensive.
This is a man on a very strict budget, and I guess he
Okay,
needs to know
so
the
I
dog
would
fix-
say this, like a $16 bag. It's all frozen stuff,
Okay.
and they
So
make it fresh there, and they freeze it right away.
Right.
$16 would buy you probably 10 meals.
10
Okay.
minutes. So
You only
For
eat twice
one
a
dog,
day.
yeah.
That's not bad.
all
Look,
right,
I'm open to it.
So
Again,
that's $1.60.
That's
Like
cheaper
a can
than-
of dog food's like $4. You know?
cheaper than lunch.
we
at
buy him high
many
level dry
restaurants.
food. He's fine with the food. Being a husky, he has a weak
I'm
stomach,
telling
but
you
I'm
people,
open to try things
I'm an
like
advocate.
that.
Meals
Yeah,
for
yeah.
dogs. This was a wild solution, and one trip to the vet. I mean, they do tests and it's $500. So how much money do you save over a period of
No,
time?
that's
Plus,
it.
you're saving your dog. And Mayo, you would walk in there honestly with your
Eat it.
No, it's real
you would
food.
give
I mean,
these
it's real
guys
food.
a bib gourmand from the Michelin people, because when you walk in, your first instinct is to say, "I'll take a table for two."
You know, I'm
I mean, it's really fresh food. It's
I'm
good.
actually
Yeah,
kind
going
of
down this path.
a little bit of scared of the time in life where I might be eating
Dog food.
cat food aisles and the dog food.
What
and-
happened?
No,
Well,
I'm just saying.
the cost
you know,
of everything.
Oh,
the cost
cost?
of everything. And look,
Wow.
let's face it, I'm not even 60 yet. And let's be generous and say I might have another 30 more years. Yeah.
Maybe no.
Is there going to be
Depends what they
Social
find out about
Security?
this Ozempic.
Well,
No.
one can only
You're
hope.
waiting for that answer later. I
No.
hope it never comes in a negative fashion.
But will there be Social Security for people of my age or for people of Lubie's
I
age?
somehow assume that that's going to continue.
No, I don't think so.
You don't believe that?
I think we're going right into the. Well,
Into
you
the
know what?
toilet?
I don't want to go there.
No, go ahead. Yeah, this is good when you make
Yeah,
it.
might as well.
No. We're here.
This was one of your areas of expertise.
And he
I used to
ran-
read the Sun
he ran
Sentinel when
from
I
it.
was able to get a newspaper delivered. 0 for 3, by the way, on the New York Post.
Look, when Trump wanted to lock me up when I went to one of his rallies and I wasn't obeying all their rules for their press people because
Yeah.
I didn't go as a press
What,
person.
you ask
I
a
went,
real question?
I went as a citizen.
Oh,
no,
citizen.
I was filming people streaming out of the exits on a Sunday night because he was boring the heck out of them. And his henchmen were like, "You can't film that. You can't film that." I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm here as a citizen, and everybody else has been tweeting and taking
Exactly.
Could
videos
have
all
ended up
night."
as CCOT. Who knew?
And then I had a Palm Beach County sheriff's officer who was
Huh.
hired help for the evening, threatening to arrest me for trespass.
And this was going back to when?
March of 2016, the night. I'm sorry, 2 days before he won the Florida primary on his way to his first nomination
Yeah, it was
as a
a
Republican.
good sign of things to come. I hope you wrote.
It was the sign that it
about
was
it.
time to get to the
Get the hell
freaking
out.
buffet line of life. I went to the food world after that.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Well, you had had enough grief from various people. Huizinga hated you.
Ray
Steve
Floyd,
hated you.
Fred Couples.
Everybody in any kind
half
of
the
management
PGA
and
Tour,
administration.
most
But
of
a
the
couples
Dolphins.
thing, I have to say, you really went out of your way to be cruel. Because I mean, there's certain things you just is it necessary? You have to ask yourself. Yes,
Yeah.
of course you could pick on the guy for this.
I didn't pick on him.
It's
It was
interesting.
just
I mean, to bring up a negative in my own life, which I mean, the story is my story, my version is different than maybe other people's. But this David Marcus guy, who is the attorney for Ghislaine Maxwell,
Did he rep you?
no, but he actually represented the guy that I was in the case with.
Oh, that's
Okay.
fine.
And he was a young, undiscovered. I remember the guy that I had represent him. He said, "Well, I can't represent both of you, so I have a recommendation." And he recommended this young guy. He said, "He's an up and comer out of Harvard University, where my guy Scott Srebnick was from. Outstanding lawyer."
Oh, Srebnick is
And,
great too.
Well, Howard is probably more well known, but Scott's
Oh,
really,
okay.
really good.
That's why I had him
They're
confused
brothers,
with.
but
It was like the guys you bet on in the golf tournament. last
yeah,
week. I got the brothers mixed
the
up.
Hogarths, yeah. But anyway, so this Marcus was an unproven guy. He did this for a nominal fee, I guess, by comparison to what other guys were charging. He did get my guy a very favorable result. And who knew that he was going to become like the big maca? I mean, this guy is talked about in the kind of reserved
You know what?
and high praise terms that even Roy Black was being discussed in when he passed away.
You know why I like David O. Marcus? He ran a blog like when
had a
blogging
poker
first
game?
became a thing.
Oh.
No. When blogging first became a thing, he had this blog, and it was a little bit of legal cases and law
Yeah.
stuff. It was a little bit of just life in South Florida. But he always would sing my praises because back then I was a news columnist. And
Yeah.
sometimes he would just say how astute I was.
You were
And-
sharp, man. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you're like, it took
You
you a
started
week to
eating
write
too
one
much, and you
article.
found what an easy. It's like getting into the sports department from the news department. where
Exactly.
You realize, wow, we're playing at this. It's great.
Yeah, no, I went in
You're
reverse.
backwards.
I started off my life as a golf writer, which was like the retirement.
Yeah, you get to go to
I-
great weather, great food.
Yeah.
The people
What a great
early
team.
talk,
early
they're
deadlines.
calm.
Like, there's no night golf. Oh, back then there wasn't. But
Nah,
but yeah, you would be done, relatively early enough to have a nice dinner. You'd stay at nice resorts.
Yeah.
And all the people in the press room around me were like these 60-year-old guys.
Good guys, yeah.
I just run circles around.
Very
them.
friendly. They all knew they were on a picnic. It's kind of like doing boxing, where people don't realize it's a worldwide sport, and most of your time is going to be spent in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, this is a good beat. I like being on
I
this.
did a couple of great fights for the Sentinel, including, I think we've discussed it, the Holyfield and Tyson Bite Night fight.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And but
Mills Lane blowing that completely. Hall of Fame referee.
I was also at, I guess, Tyson's comeback fight after he got released from prison.
Peter
yeah.
McNeely?
Yeah, against
You at the
McNeely.
McNeely fight?
I was at the McNeely.
geez.
Is that in
Yeah.
Boston?
No, it was at MGM Grand.
Oh, it was in
Was it
Vegas.
17
Okay.
seconds?
I did a couple of
No, he
Vegas
lasted a little
fights.
while.
It was like a few rounds?
Maybe 37.
Yeah.
Kind of like me some nights.
Yeah.
No, I had the pleasure of getting invited to. This was back when it was Bob Aaron was a promoter for one of these fights I covered out
He's
there.
still a promoter.
Yeah, we know.
He's
He's
still
still
going.
alive in his 90s.
Not
Yeah,
only
he's
that,
still
but
going.
I was supposed to do an interview with Aaron recently. He unfortunately had to cancel out at the last minute for
Yeah, a scratch
legitimate
cornea.
reasons.
He had a scratch. Oh,
no.
torn
He
cornea? That was a pump.
he was doing something else. I
Pam
mean,
Bondi.
a lot of these guys are going back and forth to Saudi Arabia, where a lot of fights are being staged.
Yeah,
So
back,
I think he was coming right
More
back.
blood
off the trip.
money.
But upcoming Bob Aaron, he's still very coherent. The guy.
That's
no,
great.
no, he's so
Yeah.
active.
Yeah. So anyway, he invited. It was a bunch of kind of like high-level boxing writers that he invited up to, like the suite. They have private dining
Yeah.
room in Caesars. It was Dave Anderson,
Oh, wow.
Ron
Oh.
Borges from the Boston Globe.
Borge is still active. I think he
Uh,
was out covering the British Open or something, or
yeah.
he's at it. Did you
and
see that?
Dave Anderson from the Times, and
Yep.
it was somehow I got included in
Red
the mix.
Smith.
Red Smith was dead at that
Dead?
point,
Okay.
but I'm trying to think. It was some very high, like somebody from the
Alan
LA,
Malamud, the only
Sugar
LA
Probably
Times
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
was there, and it was like 10 of us, and it was very nice to be included in that lofty company.
Was Luther Evans writing boxing then from the Herald? Luther Evans, I think. was
No, I
doing
don't know
boxing.
who was out there from the Herald.
And he did some racing too.
if anybody, but
Yeah.
Anyway, those were the days back when newspapers had travel budgets, and I was a young up and
Newspaper guys
comer.
were real characters, and it was a lot of fun to hang
Oh,
around. I mean,
George Kimball with his fake eyeball, he would pop out on the bar sometimes. He
Mike
was up there.
Katz.
that
Mike Katz was a big time guy, New York
Katz,
Times, and
yep.
then they had to have the man with the fedora and the cigar.
I was going to say Bert Sugar should have been
A
there.
good friend, and we became really good friends with Bert Sugar.
Sugar was not up in the suite that night. I don't know if he was at that fight or if he was
He
sick.
would be an automatic invitee
He's the
to
best.
any party that you were ever throwing.
He was so great.
He was just a great guy.
And he has the best line of all time, right? The one that you always say.
I'd rather be a good liver than have a good liver.
Yes.
And he lived by that.
You know what's funny? I was dating a girl who fed me that line, and this was I had already known Bert a little bit, and I'm thinking, how would she know that of all the things?
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
great.
That she's like a Bert Sugar quote fan. So no, but is that not the way to go?
Yeah.
I'd rather be a good liver than have a good liver until you don't have a good
Yeah,
liver
that's the
anymore.
problem.
In which case,
You're
then,
like,
at that
"Damn it."
point, you're thinking maybe I should have taken some precautions.
Well, it depends whether Social Security runs out or not.
But you really think it's going belly up? Well, I mean, the prediction is like
Do you see what's
2030
happening?
something.
Well, you know what? I never used to worry about the deficit, but now it's just exploded. I mean, it used to be, $1 trillion, $2 trillion. It's gone from like 15 trillion to 38 trillion, and it's going to go higher. And at some point, somebody's left holding the bag. I mean, all these T notes are going to become
Lubitz.
worth it.
Yeah.
Lubitz.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell
I don't
you,
know if
man.
my son or your daughter's getting
Liam
it,
and
but
Christian DeForest
I don't know
will
if
be
they're
dealing with
getting
this.
it. Yeah, I don't know.
They may be old enough to get past it. I don't know.
I don't know. I try to not worry too much about the future.
Yeah, that's
and
what it is.
just
Don't these things
only
somehow
worry
end up
about
getting
money.
funded because it's so? I mean, think about that. How devastating. There are a lot of people that's their only income. And they're in their like
Yes.
early 80s and
It's-
whatever.
My parents, it's their major source of income. Is their
Just
Social
print more
Security.
money.
I don't
That's what
mind
we
getting
do.
that
Yes,
payment
yeah.
every.
Yeah.
Money
I
is an
have
illusion.
to say, they send me a few dimes every month, and I look forward to
happy.
it. Yeah.
No, but let's face it, money is an illusion. The whole world economic system is based on confidence and trust. And,
Well,
because if
for
everybody
sure.
tried to actually withdraw all
Not
the
if you're
money,
dealing
they-
with my guy from Greenlight Ventures. You should have heard the cockamamie BS I heard today.
Oh, geez.
Jesus,
Do we
really?
want to get into that? I don't think
So
so.
anyway,
it's, too
This
much
started with my
detail, yeah.
dog. So he threw up at 2 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
and he
Hey, by the way,
didn't go right back to sleep, and I felt bad going to sleep, leaving him sick. So I
so
didn't
it's just
sleep
throwing up. It's not
much. He's fine.
diarrhea.
Oh yeah, he already ate chicken and rice this morning. He's
Because
fine.
there's
He's running
nothing
around
that
again.
goes with lunch better than doggy
I know. I didn't want to say
talk.
either of these things, but
This
just wanted
happens
to
though
get
with
us.
an old dog, though. Skippy.
I wanted to get us
yeah.
back.
But no,
I woke up this morning
here's
to
the
a
thing.
couple
You would
of
think that
surprises, yeah.
people might be put off by some of this talk, but I look back at last week's shows. The biggest number we did last week was the home show, where we started off with a half hour talking about IV pick lines and intravenous antibiotics, thing that you have expertise in, and then
yeah, it was
showing
a-
the big rat. That
I
was
have to say I'm a little envious here. I mean, not that I want anybody to have to do this, but
Yeah, the way
if
she's
that's
doing
taking a half hour a day, man.
it. Yeah,
I was on that stuff for 3 hours a day,
Jesus.
And there was no way, and I kept asking, "Hey, isn't there any way to expedite this? It's only supposed to
They
take
say,
a half hour."
cut off your foot.
Yeah, you cut off your toe.
And the guy comes with a hacksaw. You're like, "What the hell? What is this, wood shop?"
Did you
Exactly.
run out of the hospital when they tried to hack it off?
No, I mean, you saw me there. You were
I
one
did.
of the
I brought you a
people that
wicked
came and visited.
cheesesteak, yeah.
And you know what? You saw the conversation, and every one day would be optimistic. The next day was like, okay, we got to do this.
These doctors.
And thank goodness. I mean, the trouble is that you would have had no case against them because they would have claimed that they had to do it. And what are you going to do? Like do an autopsy on the toe?
you hire
Yeah.
certain lawyers in the med
Cone and
mal.
Cone? I mean, is that where you go?
Cone's on there.
Feinstein and whatever,
There's
Gimelstob
all
or whatever.
kinds of doctors who are just eagerly awaiting your call for medical malpractice.
Doctors will all
which
stick
is-
together on this stuff, and they would have all said, "Hey, listen, we had to do it, otherwise this
not
guy was going to die."
necessarily.
Yeah.
Some of them want to weed out the bad actors. If they'll throw others.
I
under
don't
the
think
bus.
their intentions were bad. I just think that erring on the side of precaution or not erring on the side of precaution can also be like a very bad move, which in this case it would have been. I mean,
Yeah,
all of this was done under the caution that maybe I had this thing, which Val has,
Well,
which I didn't. I
you
mean,
didn't even have the
I know.
Mayo.
It was
What do
a
they call it? Mayo,
osteomyelitis. Yeah.
osteomyelitis.
A very serious
bone
thing. I
infection,
mean, yeah, I mean that's nothing to sneeze at. But I didn't even have it. I mean, later found out that it was a total bogus diagnosis.
Well,
That's
that
crazy.
sounds like a lawsuit, a bogus
Honestly,
diagnosis.
So what are you
Yeah,
going to do?
honestly.
I mean, what am I
If
going
you
to
were
sue
me,
for
I'm Florida
being wrong?
man. I make a living suing insurance companies,
But
doctors.
nothing ultimately happened except a waste of time
And he was
and a lot
okay.
of anxiety.
Remember, nothing
Right.
bad
And I
happened.
ended up.
to him.
No,
I'm obviously fine now.
You got to get coached up by the lawyers. You say it
Oh,
caused
believe
you
me, man, I'm going to sue this guy.
supreme emotional distress.
Yeah, you can do the emotional.
You didn't
distress
think
garbage,
you'd
yeah.
be ever able to ever play basketball or tennis again,
Tennis?
which is key to your quality of life.
Oh, no
And
doubt.
Mayo's ready.
Not being able to
Mayo's
not
ready.
being
Imagine
able to
falling
take
down on a walk of life.
not being able to take a walk of life, turning it into the death march to march to
But
death.
sawing off one toe doesn't prohibit you from
Oh,
doing
I
anything.
thought they were going to take the whole thing.
No,
No, not the whole foot.
Oh,
no.
okay.
Yeah, but you still don't want to lose a
in,
toe.
in that case,
Who
you don't
wants to
have,
lose
you don't
a
have
toe?
a
That's
case.
weird.
Nah.
For
What
no
am I, Luke
reason.
Rosa? I mean,
Just-
Yeah, exactly.
Just suck it up, Buttercup.
He did. He was a G. He's the only human I've seen tear an Achilles and be playing tennis like a
like
month
week
later.
No, I have remarkable recovery.
He was a
capacities.
marvel.
It's incredible. Yeah, I'm a medical. They should be studying me, not putting me in.
He's
hospital.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I think Joe Beja is coming today. I didn't get any
I'll text him.
confirmation, but we're going to be talking about things coming up this
Yeah, this
weekend
Saturday.
here with him. Tomorrow is the big taco and tequila fest upstairs in the
What's
Flamingo
up with these
room.
lightweights I'm working with here?
Gulf-
One guy's drinking tea, the other guy's got a water.
Just trying to wake up.
It's we both had rough nights. I
Don't
was
get
up at 4 a.m. to finish this piece because Val had another
It
medical
took that
appointment.
long?
It's
I
really a
used to take
struggle.
you a half hour to bang this stuff out.
The more time you give me, it elongates.
worse.
It's a magazine piece. Look, it's one thing to bang out 600 words on deadline with a column, but something that's like a thoughtful, reported piece, 2,000 words.
Maybe you
it-
thought too much
it
about it
takes-
because you hadn't done it.
yeah, it was.
Lubie used to
percolating.
see me write these editorials
Well, I was going
in
to say,
like 30
Defo would do
seconds.
the,
man. And they
the
weren't
Defo
bad. I
files
mean, I
on
have
the
to
side.
say, yeah. I
You
come
do
in
it
the morning, go, you got a files? I go,
like
oh, geez, I
10
forgot.
minutes before.
Well, yeah. I mean, I could bang out stuff on deadline, but this is, it was more measured. And you're right. It took too much time. It's better when I just. But you know what? I
Because you
just.
sat at a computer and you were thinking
You
about
think
what
too
you were
much.
saying.
If you give me too much of a deadline, I'm a procrastinator. I don't know how anybody, like, if you had a deadline of next Friday to whether it's paying taxes or doing a
you would
deadline,
start dealing with Friday at noon.
Yeah. that's it.
See,
Because
that
maybe
stresses
later,
me
yeah,
out.
yeah.
That stresses me out.
Yeah.
as Steve Jobs said, nothing focuses like a deadline, right?
Yeah, that
Did
stresses
he
Well, but
say
you
that?
always have a deadline in this racket. I mean, look, we had to be on the air at 6 o'clock every morning, regardless of condition.
Yeah, but you made it.
And, and that included driving to the place before COVID, which was the greatest blessing ever for people at work, where you didn't have to go to the job anymore. And, I mean, look, you had to be on at that point. It wasn't like you could make some excuse and say, well, geez, I don't have any material today because I didn't have time to
But
put
we
it together.
discussed this yesterday. When you're on the air and you just let the words
Oh, yeah,
fly,
it's so
it's not
different.
like you have to rearrange paragraphs. Does this make logical sense? Does this something flow from here to this thought, or do I need
But you
to
wanted
put-
to make sense and have a progression to it, no?
You
What,
try.
You're talking
Some
about
kind
talking on this
on
show?
air.
Well, not
Have
this
you
show.
watched this?
I'm on it. It's unfortunate. I mean, the way it goes. It was very disappointing, I'm sure, to the audience out there. And
God.
Just random
fortunately, the
bits of-
sponsors don't seem to notice.
Oh,
which
we
is
love
good.
our
They're actually
sponsors.
happy.
Yeah.
We had a good time yesterday at Daniel's.
That
Man,
looked like a good place. I
what
saw
did you think of the food there?
Well, the
yesterday?
it's ridiculous there. Look, and again, we talk about this, and I appreciate that Tom himself said, "Look, we're using Visit Lauderdale and for the Gables Miami Spice to give people who in their minds aren't spending aren't comfortable spending the money that we charge."
Some places are out of people's price range, and this is a way these Dine Out Lauderdale Miami Spice allows people who would not ordinarily get the chance to go there. It gives them a shot to, try it out, and then maybe they'll come back for a special occasion or when they hit the lottery.
But I like that he openly said he knows what his place is, and I appreciate that. He said, "Look, it'll give people a chance to come in, and then if they want to come back for a special occasion, they will." Which so like people are going to complain about price. He knows what his place is.
He's getting
That's
that.
great.
I love
Good
this
for her.
girl, man.
He
She's my
supersized it.
favorite
I love
of all
it.
time.
Yeah.
This is the big gulp.
Yep. Go for it. Do you need a straw?
Don't
with
let
that,
me have
sir?
another one. Don't let me have another one. Because I found that 2 is my limit
You
here.
have to drive a car.
But what also is neat is like I really like the way that D's Sports Bar concept came. I gotta admit I was skeptical.
High-end
at first
sports bar is
when
kind of an interesting concept, yeah.
and it's
I like the
really
idea.
It sounds almost like what you wanted to. Deef always wanted a sports bar.
it's classy.
It's interesting.
like a classy joint.
Yeah.
It's a
What's wrong with
classy joint.
that?
And I've been in
Because
there.
those people are betting 5,000 a game.
Yeah. There's TVs.
and I went in
They
there.
don't want to
for,
deal with a lot of schleppers. Let's say.
honestly,
I went in for some of the Panthers playoff games, and it was like packed in there.
Oh,
Reservations only. And I would run into Anthony Bruno, lives in the neighborhood. He would stop by there.
There you go.
He'd come by and watch some of the games after he,
Bruno's
made
the
his,
type that I could show him at Brew's Room and still have a good time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. No,
he's a guy's guy.
But again, it's a little bit what we would say, more elevated. And I love the fact that on this
The food's
show
legit.
we go around to different places because I God bless Pat Utter and Shenanigans, and that's a great
That's a great spot.
neighborhood
Yeah,
spot
Good
that
sports
has
spot.
really solid food and burgers and wings.
and cheap too by comparison to most places, even other fine restaurants.
Yeah,
I
and he
did
has-
want to say I saw Lisa Petrillo. This is good because speaking of sponsors of the show, doing a review of Eddie and Vinny's.
Oh, nice.
And I haven't been there. It's way out west, and
That's
you guys
good.
always have the owners on and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm happy to advocate the seat because I like having the afternoon free also. But
There you go.
that being said, it looked great.
Oh no!
And Petrillo claimed.
have you
that-
been out there yet?
I have not, but
gotta get out
she
there
claimed that
next
they have
time.
the best lasagna she's ever had, which is saying a lot.
They do.
Oh, that's so
have-
funny. That's the one thing I haven't had
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
Let's not. That's a sore spot with Tom T. Because they
No, but
do
Tom
that.
T's
Bechamel,
version
the
is a
bechamel.
different version.
No, they use the crepe lasagna
It's
there.
similar.
Oh, the same thing? Okay.
Yeah, and Tom
And they've
says-
worked with
well,
it, like they know Tom T.
Yeah,
so
but,
Tom T. But it works as paying homage, and it still is different. Like
Well,
they-
But he's not the type to.
like
hold a grudge,
in
yeah.
in the writing world, in the broadcast world, imitation is the sincerest
Yeah.
form of flattery.
Not always. I don't find it. When guys are just blatantly stealing your material and then offering it up as their own, they should at least give you credit.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
I got
should
this from Lubitz. So
pay
whatever.
homage, yeah.
All right.
Mayo
But
said this.
in
and
the
I have to
restaurant
repeat it.
world, there's
people do
all
it.
kinds of lifting or
Yeah, yeah.
sampling, as they say in the music world.
Yep.
But I'm glad Eddie and Vinny, they're getting ready. Eddie and his
Rave
partner Paul
review.
Greenberg are getting ready to open up that Dear
Dear
Olivia,
Olivia. Yep.
where we were a few weeks ago. And Louie's like, this is never going to be done. It's never going to be done. Well, I think opening day is going to be on Sunday, I believe. So,
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I got
that's
to
great.
go look on
Let me
there.
look. Yeah,
Everything
look, I'll look.
proceeded apace.
Nice.
And we can't wait to get in there and see the finished product. All right. So
This
tomorrow.
place looked great though, Eddie and Vinny's.
Yeah, no, it's a
It's
It
classic.
really
good.
looked nice.
It's
really
it's desperately needed out in the
And it's
western
way out
corridor
west,
out
right?
there. Yeah,
Lubie
Sample
territory.
Road
Yeah.
Yep.
in Lubie's neighborhood.
It's really good.
And actually, that will tie into our contest later. Not Eddie and Vinny's, but
Okay.
That's not the
that
answer?
stretch of the world in Coral Springs. Anyway, let us take our first break. And before we do, and I was mentioning tomorrow, tacos and tequila here. Go online
Oh,
to
nice.
gulfstreampark.com.
Were you guys in for that?
We'll get the update from Joe. I am not going to make
I
it
don't think I'm
tomorrow.
going to be able
Lubie
to make
loves
it
it
either.
Because
I
on
do, but I
Sunday,
can't.
I've got to rest up for the big Sunday brunch bash
Yep,
that we're going to be holding with our Lunchbox contest winners
Yep.
and with some beautiful, supporters of the show, or paying guests. And if you want to still get in, you can. Just give me let me know at mikemayoeats@gmail.com. $44 per person for the all-day buffet. And, of course, you just hang around. I'll give out some betting tips, which I don't know. Might not be
Can
good.
go either way.
Thank you, Todd Cusato. He finally had a winning horse yesterday. He
Oh,
gave me a
really?
$10 winner. I actually made some money, and then I parlayed that into hitting exacta in the feature race at
Nice.
Saratoga yesterday. So I started with just 20 in the account, and I ended up with 120.
Woo.
So for the weekend,
It's,
which is always a
you
good
know,
thing.
6 times your money.
So
Nice.
thank you, Todd. Don't lose my email. Don't lose my number. And he's going to be out here this Sunday too.
Nice.
And you can too. Just email me, mikemayoeats@gmail.com. I'll be here. Lubie will be here. We're going to have a good time.
I got to mention this, though.
Yep.
I went to pick up a couple of prescriptions yesterday,
Mhm.
and I thought I was going to have to pay like $10, and they gave me 100
Mm.
because they've reduced prescription drugs by 1,000%.
Oh, there you go.
That's what
I knew
sure,
we were
They,
getting
sure
they
you
to
were
just
trying to
handed
do
me
the
like a
math on
stick.
that.
They said, "Here's your drugs, and here's $100," because the prices
Yeah,
went
I
way
saw
down.
that. I
man.
saw that clip the
That was
other
some
day.
good math there.
Shirley was
Uh,
like, "How does that work?" I'm
Nobody
like, I
knows
don't
more
know.
about mathematics.
I don't know.
You know that.
I don't
Loves
know.
the poorly educated. Now, I was a math whiz growing up. I went to
I
a
was good at math.
specialized
I-
math in high school, math
I
and
was
science high school in New York.
You were a
And-
special ed guy.
No,
Oh,
special,
Special ed.
Stuyvesant High School.
That
Everybody
explains
knows
a lot,
Stuyvesant.
yeah,
So what I learned is that if you reduce something by 100%, then it's
There's
zero.
nothing, yes.
It's nothing left.
100%
You're
is
down to
the
free.
highest percent.
Yeah.
And if you go down by 1,000%, that you can go up
They pay you.
1,000%,
Yeah.
Yes.
but you can't go down
How
1,000%.
I mean, it was great. I couldn't believe
They
it. The,
pay
the
you.
lady just says, "Hey, here you are, Mr. DeForest. Thank you for coming by. Here's your $100." I go, "What did I like? Am I the millionth customer or
Yeah.
something?" He goes, "No, it's the whole new administration.
We just give you money.
We give you money.
All right, before the first
You
break,
want to get sick now."
we got events galore coming up
do.
because the Lunchbox is going to be also co-presenting with our friends at Even Keel Fish Shack and Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, the Pearl Jam by the Sea Oyster Festival. It's taking place the same week that National Oyster Day occurs. Ours is going to be on Saturday, August 9th from noon to 3. VIP is sold out, so don't even bother with that. But it's still going to be a great event because all you can eat oysters, raw oysters, which we had the other day with Brad from PEI.
That was a good visit
That was
too.
yeah,
nice,
that
yeah.
was
I
great.
really enjoyed it.
And also, all you can drink sparkling wine. You like some sparkling wine, right?
Oh no, I'm not a big sparkling
Okay,
wine guy.
well-
I'm not a huge champagne guy. It was very popular, to celebrate events by getting like Dom Perignon and all of these expensive champagnes. It's not me.
Okay,
I like
well,
a
this
really,
is-
really good Chardonnay. That's me.
This,
Well,
I
they
think, we
definitely have
feature
that.
some cava and some South American sparkling
Well, the
wines. There's some
Bellinis are
really,
great too.
really good. And again, you mixing it with the Bellini bar, the
Like it's
peach
fresh
juice, and
juices,
the
it's
orange
great.
juice, and we're going to have a paella. And
The
some-
paella from Campy Seville. I mean, that's
Well, it's not his paella.
Officially?
It's his
They're
paella
using
pan.
his pan.
Oh,
We're
his pan.
using his pan, but Brad
Brad's going to do his
Dave.
own take.
But you
When I
should
said,
get
"Do
the
you want-"
guys that Lubie had at his sexual reveal
I
thing,
think
gender
The
reveal
gender
thing.
They
They
would-
did a great job.
I think the guys,
That was
Brad
great.
and Dave, would be a little insulted
Yeah, when I bring you
because I said, "Do you want Joey to just make a batch of
Oh, no. Oh,
paella?"
really?
And
Oh,
he was
man.
like, "No, we know how to make." paella."
I
was like,
took
"Okay."
a batch of Joey's paella up to a party I was at in Orlando many years ago. And I mean, think about this. I'm shipping this thing all the way up like a 3-hour drive, and it disappeared faster than any other thing that we had.
Yeah,
The
'cause
the
it's
guy
great.
makes an unbelievable paella. It's absolutely fantastic.
And I can't wait to try Brad and Dave's version because
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I don't know if you
Dave will do a
noticed,
nice job. Yeah, no,
those guys can cook.
They're very
Yes. And they're
sophisticated.
great
I
with
mean,
seafood.
everything they do. I mean, they can't even give
Yeah.
you like a little thing,
It's always-
garnish on a plate. There's like something with a million ingredients that you never heard of. It's
GA
fantastic.
tickets still available at eventbrite.com. You go to pearljamoyster.eventbrite.com, or is it oyster pearl jam?
You better get it right, man.
It's
Come on, man.
oyster-
It's your,
I
it's your
can't
event. for God's
remember
sake.
it.
Come
I
on.
can't remember it. What does it say?
Pearl Jam by the Sea.
It says
It's oysterpearljam.eventbrite.com.
I had it right. Yeah.
Yes.
Unlimited oysters.
Yes,
That's
all
the
you
whole
care to
thing.
eat.
Yes, sir.
I mean, at
Oysters.
what point do you give the guy to look? When
50
they've been
did.
up there like 20 times.
after they do 50.
Val's son was like breaking records, and no one stopped him. Like, no
Yeah,
one cared.
no, he's got 2,500 oysters coming,
they-
so that should
they're
feed a
loaded
nice
up.
25
At the 100
oysters.
people,
Yeah, they're
that's
loaded up.
25 per person,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
plenty.
pretty much.
Oh, that's way more
It's
than
plenty.
me.
And
that's
again, the
amount.
paella, they're going to do other things.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be very
How
interesting.
long do oysters last once you
once you get them on the half shell in the heat
not
here.
even a half shell, but I mean, can you just store them and they're okay? Or
Oh yeah, well they stay a couple of days on
Okay,
ice,
all right.
yeah. But once you get them open and they're out in the sun, you got to
Oh,
eat
that
them
was
fast,
that
which
was
is what
quick
this
then.
event is all about. use the promo code Lunchbox to get $10 off the already low ticket prices. GA can be knocked down to $65 with the Lunchbox promo code. That is a steal of a deal for unlimited premium Northeast oysters. All right, let us take our first break, and we'll come back, and maybe Joe Beja will be here, and we'll talk about the happenings this weekend at Gulfstream, along with some other things going on in the food world. I have no topics today because I was just up all night writing and slaving away, but it's done. Thank God. I'll never do that again. All right.
Yeah, the next guy, the guy's going to call you right back and say, this was
yeah,
great.
it was a great job.
I
You're
know.
gonna
We got
say
another
yes.
opening in November.
You're gonna say yes.
Every time I
You're
think
going to
I'm
end
out,
up
They pull
getting
you back.
hired
Pull me
again
back
by
in.
this magazine. What are you talking
All
about?
right.
And you can't wait either. You're hoping
No,
that
I
happens.
freaking hate it. All right, we'll be back after these words on the Lunchbox.
Hey Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligan's, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks, just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30, except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Looking for inspired comfort food in a cozy setting? Blue Collar in Miami is the place to go. Located at 6789 Biscayne Boulevard, it moved to bigger digs a year ago, now has full liquor, and still features all your old favorites from chef owner Danny Surfer. Fantastic burgers, the braise of the day, and the city's best key lime pie. And the summer specials are sizzling with BOGO lunch sandwiches every weekday from noon to 5 p.m. in June and July, Miami Spice menu in August, September, and drink specials every day. Open daily with weekend brunch. For reservations and information, go to bluecollarmiami.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and we are at Gulfstream Park, 10 Palms. We're enjoying our lunch. I just scarfed down half that burger.
It's really good.
They really make, again, they use that Pat La Frieda meat from
That
New
looks
Jersey.
good. It really does.
Nicely
Yeah.
cooked, medium rare. Lubie, for some reason, got a bacon cheeseburger today, probably because Shabbat is coming up.
Is
Today.
it bacon cheeseburger day? Check with Sarni.
Yeah.
They brought us bacon. I'm not who's gonna say no to bacon.
Me. I don't like bacon.
I know.
Look, I love bacon in the
You don't
morning
like
with my
bacon?
eggs. I don't
on
like
a burger. He doesn't want it on a
I'm
burger.
not a double meat guy. I don't like
Bacon
when-
on a burger?
I don't like
could live
bacon
without
on
that.
burger.
It can be
burgers.
excessive, but if they bring
I
it,
don't
I'm
like
not gonna.
pizza that has like more than one meat. Like some people get
Oh,
these
see,
meat
I
lovers.
like the meat
Oh,
lovers.
I love a
Yeah.
meat lovers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's my favorite
Sausage
pizza.
and
They make a good one
pepperoni
at
and
little bit of
ham
mushrooms.
and-
Stingers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Stingers does make a good
Stingers
meat
had a
lovers.
great meat lovers. I would
Too much.
imagine.
Lovers.
Do you get a meat lovers at your place, the pizza spot? Did
I
I do
don't.
that?
He goes the
I've-
veggie
you've
route.
gotten the
There he
veggie.
is.
Yes.
Oh, Joe B, man.
That's
Excellent.
Burl
No,
Mayo.
no, Burl,
Yeah.
not Joe.
Burl
It's
Mayo.
Burl. I don't know where
Oh,
Joe.
Burl
Provided me
Mayo.
with tip money because I got wiped out the other day, so I forgot to stop at
my
the cash
God.
machine.
You're unbelievable.
And hi, Burl, my brother.
How much money do you owe him?
At least like two.
No,
Burl, how much is he owing?
he's now it's $20. But wait, it gets. We don't even want to get
Just
into all
don't
that
be
stuff.
a jerk off. Leave it
That's it. Leave it alone. Let it go.
We love you, Burl.
All right, thank you. But Burl is now selling programs up here on the.
Yeah,
And
let's
you
go.
know, and he's
level.
loving every second of it from what we hear.
Racing forums.
He's in
likes
the
it up here.
shade. Yeah. Okay. I guess he was in the shade down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, he
Sarni
was
wants to know what's the lead to the piece.
I
I know
they
eventually you're,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
gonna
you
give
were
us the
supposed to
lead?
reveal that,
Oh, that's
no?
annoying. Oh, you're going to
Not
read the actual thing? Is that what it is?
Weren't you
going to
read some excerpts?
I'm not reading anything. You got to read City Insurer magazine.
Come
in
on,
September.
man.
Oh, my
It's going to
God,
come out
really?
for 2 years.
It's not
It's
the
just
flashiest
us.
lead. It's just like
It's
Who
just
gets
us.
that? I've never seen a copy of it. Have you?
it comes.
Yes,
well,
my
of course not. Well, Joe Beja's here. All right.
Oh, beautiful. Man.
No, you wouldn't see it because it comes with Sun Sentinel subscriptions, and
How about my
you
man
only
Steve,
subscribe to the New York Post, which never.
Which I haven't received
Did
in
it get
3
delivered?
days. No, 0.0.
Okay, so much for that.
yeah.
All right,
it's up.
we're gonna clear the decks and make way. Defo is out, and Joe Beja is in. We have done one break.
Yes.
We are
We have a contest yet to come.
eagerly awaiting this week's contest, but first we're gonna get to some business at hand. Defo is getting some of that beautiful
It's really nice.
penne alla vodka with the blackened shrimp on top.
Yep.
Me and
We're
Lubie split
devouring
one of the
this
great
freaking
burgers. I
Oof.
almost ate the whole thing in 30 seconds.
Burger's ridiculous.
Joe, how are you today?
I'm great.
That's good.
Doing well.
Getting ready for a big weekend.
Yes, we're great. We're at, believe it or not, by the end of today, we'll be sold out for tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
We'll take a few walk-ins at the door, but
Oh, that's
we're,
amazing.
we're at
I
340
love
tickets.
that.
That's
Between
great.
your
In the
email
summer, this
blasts
midsummer.
and us talking about it and on the Let's Eat group, I just love the fact that
That's great.
who says it's the slow summer season?
Yeah.
Here at
Not at the
Gulfstream,
stream.
No, I just got a text about an hour or so ago from the marketing team that checked the ticket sales, and we're at 340 at the moment.
wow.
So we cap out at
Wow,
350
I am
for
shocked.
sales.
I thought
Yeah.
there was going
Yeah.
to be at least like,
Yeah.
you know, I know you allow a few walk-ups at the door.
Correct. We
Yeah.
always anticipate about 10 to 20 walk-ups, and then the casino. Well, actually, the 340 includes a few people from the casino, but there's always a few comps and wristbands here and there.
Yeah.
But I always try to keep it under 400
Right.
because that's kind of the comfortable.
Yeah, you
number
wanna
for the
make things
room.
the right size,
Correct.
and not people are crowded, and they have enough table space to kind of camp
Correct.
out and spend the day and bet the horses and all those great things. And so that's good. So don't go on to GulfstreamPark.com for that.
That will do you no
but
good.
Well,
you
go
can
on in the
ship
next hour or so. Grab those last 10, but,
the last
okay,
10.
nice.
Okay.
feel free to walk up tomorrow at
And-
noon or 1.
Yeah, third floor Flamingo Room,
Yeah,
and
what a
that's
blast.
just part one of a 2-day doubleheader, kind of a not deli double, but a weekend double because
Yeah.
we're going to do our brunch bash. So far, you know, summertime, We got about 20, 24 people that are going
I
to be
saw
coming
that.
out, about 12 paying.
Nice.
Half of them,
Yeah.
Val's family. Thank you. She
It's
makes me
fine,
look good.
but they enjoy themselves, which I love.
They do
Yeah, they
like
do.
coming out
They
here,
get
which
into
is
it.
great. My
They're
brother, he comes out here every day, but it's
He's
work. but-
working.
Yeah. I just saw him.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's working
came by.
upstairs here
Oh,
now,
nice.
which he likes. It's a more
yeah.
seasoned crowd that
Yeah.
comes in and buys their farms.
Nice.
Downstairs where he was, it's a lot of newbies who are asking all kinds of questions.
Yeah,
You just
and,
want to deal with it.
it's nice when you get the sophisticated crowd
Yeah,
out here. So,
yeah.
all right. So, tacos and tequila. You want to give the brief rundown? I mean, some of the tequilas are really top
Yeah,
notch.
yeah. I was going to bring a list, but
You
I
don't
left.
even need it.
I know I left it on Pam Bondi's desk, so it just kind of. No, I'm kidding.
Disappeared.
I was waiting to say that.
I thought you were
I had
going to
that lined
say
up.
that you scratched your cornea and you couldn't read it, so you didn't bring it. Gotcha. There you go.
No.
Oh, there we
I
go.
actually have the menu
Okay.
and I have the list of tequilas, but the tequilas are great. We have Cantera Negra and Espolón and Tres Agaves and Flecha Azul, which is Marky Mark's tequila, Terramana for the Rock. We're doing Patron came out with a new citronage that's jalapeno flavor.
Ooh.
Código, which I think is George Strait's tequila. We have Don Julio and Volcan and 21 Seeds. A couple more tequilas, Activo and San Matias. So Debbie, who's my director of hospitality, is upstairs with a bartender right now, pre-batching all the cocktails. We're about 7 cocktails in and 7 to go. So
Wow, that's one of my favorite verbs, pre-batching.
yeah.
Like pre-gaming, you know.
No,
No, can I ask a stupid
sure.
tequila question? Because
What's that?
again, I haven't dabbled in the tequila much since the incident back when I was 16 years old. But I do know that tequila only comes from Mexico, only from the agave plant. How is it, or why is it that it's not able to grow in any other part of the world, or has it just not been tried to be grown in other parts of the world?
Good question. Actually, I don't know 100% of the answer on that because I think it
This
could
is
actually,
why.
I think it could actually be grown in other areas if you had thought about it,
Mhm.
if it's a certain area. And it just seems like it's all out of Mexico in the Jalisco region of it.
Right. I didn't mean
And
to
it's,
stump you. It's just as a
it's-
journalist,
yeah.
sometimes I think, because, you've seen wine varietals planted all over the world.
yeah,
and
yeah,
now
yeah.
every,
Yeah, I mean,
continent and
that's-
region
they say
has
like
wine.
that's what they say like in Long Island, New York. Oh, we saw that the latitude and the components and that it's almost at this area
Yeah.
of the San Francisco area. So
Yeah.
we thought we could plant Chardonnay. Or we
Yeah,
thought we-
yeah.
and that's what you would think that somewhere in the same latitude
Yep,
area and that type of conditions
Somebody would
that,
try it.
that somebody would try it. Like I do know that from my tour of Patron a couple of years ago that the nicer, the higher end tequilas or so forth will plant their agave plants higher up on the
Mhm.
hills or on the side of the mountain because they struggle a little bit more. And when they struggle a little bit more to grow,
Right.
they yield a better quality
Oh, interesting.
agave, and they always joke around that, like the higher up, the better it's going to be. The lower end tequilas will be
Lower,
more in
right.
the valley and so forth. And that's probably about the one of the
No,
area that I
but-
realized about the growth
And
of
it
the
also,
plants.
because champagne is only, you can only be champagne if it's grown in
In
the
Champagne,
Champagne region
yes.
of France. But
Right.
there are plenty of sparkling wines and
Mhm.
champagne, lookalikes and taste alikes. I
Right.
mean, whether it's the cava from Spain or all kinds of
Yep.
sparkling wines. I just had a great one out in California when I drove through the Anderson Valley. Roederer Estate, which is a great French house, but they have a California
Yep.
production place. And that sparkling wine, I mean, it tastes every bit as good as champagne. It's a little bit more valuable. So I'm
Yeah.
just curious if at some point I'll have to research that. If
Yeah,
anybody
now
is
I want
out
to Google
there,
it as well when I step away. I'm very curious about that. It's one question I didn't ask when I was down in Mexico. I was just more impressed about, seeing a humidor actually work and remove the plant and how they would cut it and shave it and then transport it to the factory and then slice it and cut it and put it into the baking ovens and so
Yeah.
forth. And then,
And
it's
the other-
impressive.
the other notable thing about tequila and the agave plant is the only alcohol that is actually a stimulant and not a depressant.
Okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, agave is grown outside of America, of
Mexico,
Mexico.
right.
While Mexico is the original and traditional heartland for tequila mezcal, agave plants are now cultivated and distilled into spirits in various other regions around the world.
Wow.
Australia, South Africa, India, and even parts of U.S.
But they can't call it tequila.
I wonder what they call it. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't
Yeah,
know
maybe that's it.
because that's the thing is that's what makes it,
And this
tequila,
is from
right?
a
is that it's there.
reputable source.
No, I'm just
or
looking
AI?
online. I'm looking
It's
online.
AI.
I don't know.
So you don't know if
how
this is
accurate
actually
this
true,
is,
or
but it
if,
sounds pretty solid. And
Okay.
and it sounds like the kind.
see, this is the thing now with when you look up something through Google, it used to send you to a
Yeah,
actual
you can't
link
use
of a
those
source.
terms. You can't use those terms. That because I remember we talked with this with falsetto because they have so many freaking mezcals, tequilas, reposados that I think it's just exactly like champagne where you can grow it, you can have it, but you can't call it tequila or mezcal.
Right. Okay, so it has to be branded something else,
which makes a lot of sense.
I don't even know what that
I don't know what
would
it'll be called.
branded.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll be called.
Something I don't know, but I don't drink this stuff.
We don't. It doesn't matter. They get theirs from Mexico. So
all right, that's part one of our thrilling discussion. Tomorrow, tacos and tequilas.
Correct.
Starts at noon for the VIPs
and 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock for the general admission, and then on Sunday we're going to have our seasonal lunchbox brunch bash starting at noon. Even though 10 Palms opens at 11:30 on Sundays, correct? The great brunch
you can
buffet.
Get here
yeah, if you want to join us, you can get here at 11:30. Lubie and I will be here about 12, and no Shirley though, right? You're going to be coming. Your date is 10?
She may or may no. Ken's going to come. His mom's going to join her. She loves coming to the track. Shirley's going to try.
Okay.
Who knows if she feels up to it, but she loves coming to those. So I never write her off.
Okay. And because it's not like a tequila event where you're surrounded by tequila.
Yeah, well,
it's a mimosa. They got full liquor.
She's fine not being around alcohol. The problem is, literally 3 days ago, she turned to me, which is weird because she's a big wine drinker. She's not we like margaritas, but we don't have them a lot. And she's like, I really want tequila. I'm like, well, I think the pregnancy sort of stops that.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to put her in a room with a bunch of tequila when she's about to be at 6 months.
Yeah.
But the brunch bash, there's all great things going on. So I'm working on her.
And again, if you want to join us for the special discounted rate, thanks to Joe B here of $44, which is a 20% discount from the usual cost. And again, $44 plus tax and tip on what the full amount would be. But it's still a great deal. All-day buffet, omelet station, salad bar, all kinds of hot entrees. Is there anything? I guess it's the usual things this Sunday, right?
Right. But the chef will do another station, too. So what we started doing, since the omelet station's at the back, we started doing a station just next to the seafood, to the cocktail shrimp before you get to the carving. I'm not sure what he's doing for Sunday. I saw the menu for tomorrow. We're doing an Egg Benedict bar tomorrow.
Might be some leftover tacos.
Maybe, right? Maybe. We've had a taco station there a couple of weeks ago. We did I'm trying to think of all the different things.
And my favorite thing is the dessert station because your pastries are outstanding. And you've got still the ice cream sundae bar going,
the ice cream's
right?
great.
Yes. I love that.
It's really good ice cream.
Every kid loves that.
Yep.
So that's going to be Sunday. If you want to join us, just email me with the number of people in your party, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. I will extend the deadline, thanks to Joe, because he's accommodating this time of year. So if you want to join us, just let me know by, let's say, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., and I'll get him a final count. But it's going to be a fun time.
Yeah, it's
about
the food's fantastic.
We got 6 contest winners and the other people, some great regular viewers of the show coming on out. It's always good. Got the Saratoga on Sunday running besides live racing here at Gulfstream. All right, you ready for a contest, Joe?
I am.
All right, let's do it. It is time for this week's Gulfstream 10 Palms Sunday Brunch giveaway. You email the answer to this week's restaurant trivia questions along with a horse selection for the Gulfstream Saturday contest race. And this week, we're going to get it out of the way early. Race number 2, a full field of 12.
Nice.
And it's basically a maiden race, so a wide open affair. Going to make it nice and challenging because there is a stakes race later in the car, but it's only 6 horses, and that's too easy. I like to make things diabolical. Last week, we had, I did that double header with that 12-horse race up at Monmouth, and as I said, I didn't want to make it the race with journalism because we knew journalism was going to win.
It was a better race, though, than you would have expected.
It was a better race, but you know what? We didn't even need to go to it because of all the entries last week, over almost 40 entries, only 2 people had the winning horse at Gulfstream. So, and you said there'd be 2 winners. So those winners were Ira Stevens.
Whether you remember or you did, or you don't remember.
No, I did. And I did it because of the second race was the United Nations race. I'm like, let's keep a truce and not have
okay. Very good.
Well, it worked out well.
It worked out well. This week we're doing a doubleheader, and once again we're going north for the second tiebreaker race. This week it's going to be up at Saratoga, but it's not going to be the Jim Dandy, which only has a field of 5, including Sovereignty. Sovereignty looks like a beast. However, it is Saratoga. He could go down in flames because it is known as the graveyard of favorites or champions. But I still think it's too easy. So we're going to be making the tiebreaker race a stakes race that's named the Lake George Stakes, and that's a turf race, and that is also a full field of 11. So it's going to be a number from 1 through 11 for the Saratoga race 9, and also race 2 at Gulfstream numbers 1 through 12. So we're making it challenging. You're going to email your answers and selections to me, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow, July 26th. Okay, and let's see. Yeah, this week's contest. I think Monday or Tuesday is Peruvian Independence Day, but I've done that the last couple of years, so I'm not doing any Peruvian restaurants. Instead,
Okay.
how I was mentioning last Sunday was National Ice Cream Day.
Yes.
Well, this whole month is National Ice Cream Month.
Huh.
So I figured it is time, especially with it being so blazing hot, Joe,
It's been
to
ridiculous.
kind of have an ice cream parlor as our contest. So
Nice.
here we go. This Coral Springs ice cream shop on Sample Road opened in 2022 and was recently listed at number 2
It's like 2. Yeah.
on Yelp's top 100 ice cream parlors in the U.S. The whole country, Yelp says this place is number 2. It's really good.
I don't want to degrade it because it
Yelp,
is good.
Yelp is ridiculous.
I just don't know what makes it like.
If you pay Yelp, that's
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say because they do a good job. It's cool, but it's like you're in the middle of Coral Springs. Where do they between New York and San Francisco and all these places that
No.
do ice cream?
But the thing is, these guys do a really nice job.
No, it's good. It's really good.
I mean, we're blessed in South
we have a
Florida.
lot
I mean,
of
I
great
mentioned a
places.
whole bunch of them. Jackson's, of course, is the reigning.
Cherry Smash actually isn't far from there either.
Cherry Smash is a go. I wish you wouldn't have done that because I was hoping to trip some people up with Cherry
Oh,
Smash,
sorry.
but that's okay.
You got me.
But the Cleveland's, who used to work at Jackson's, is great. Wilton Creamery is great. There's all kinds of good ice cream parlors around. Do you have a favorite, Joe?
I like Jackson's because that was probably the first one I came down here. And when I was working down in South Beach, I used to like to go to Zukar.
Azúcar.
Oh, that
Right
place
down
is
at
great. You brought their
Coyote
stuff
Show.
for one of your events. It's
Yes,
amazing.
Yeah, I have Susie is a good friend of mine, and we did some wonderful partnerships when I worked at Lowe's in
good.
Miami Beach, and
Yeah.
we actually used her ice cream in our ice cream shop at the Lowe's.
At the Lowe's.
We
Okay.
were her first location
Nice.
outside of her ice cream shop.
Oh, that's great.
Nice. Carlos Frias, former food editor at the Herald and now freelance writer, is a big fan of Azúcar.
Yes.
I've never had it. I think, is there also ice cream down there called Sweet Melody or something like that? I think I've heard of that one down south. So
I know they
no
open-
shortage of good ice
I was
cream.
gonna say I think they opened up an outpost of salt. What's it? Is it salt and straw?
Salt and Straw is
That's
from
based
the
out of
West
Oregon.
Coast.
That's
Yeah,
based out of Oregon, but I think they opened up one in
they
Wynwood. I
did.
think.
They do have it. And their claim to fame, they have like perfume atomizers that they spray on your ice cream for an extra 50 cents if you want like vanilla.
It's like
Like
an odor, which is a flavor. or something.
Eau
Yeah.
de vanilla or
Oh.
eau de
Yeah, it sounds weird.
hazelnut. It's kind of weird, a little
Yeah.
bougie.
Yeah, it sounds weird.
To me,
I'm
they're
not a
always hit.
fan.
They're always hit or miss. They always do the Burger Bash every year.
Yeah.
Down in for wine and food.
Yeah.
And like I forget what they did this year. It was great. It was
They have
excellent.
some savory flavors that
Yes,
can
one
be
year they
weird.
literally made a bologna sandwich.
Oh,
It was like it
Ice
was
cream?
bologna flavored ice cream, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
That's all.
I had to try it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I regret that I did.
When
I mean, it was just
when I was on the West Coast, me and my daughter went into a Salt and Straw that was in Portland, Oregon, and they had some really bizarre flavors. I don't know if it was like a pickle juice thing,
Yeah,
or,
it's not necessary.
but they have some good straight up flavors. All right,
Yes.
back to the contest.
No, it's good.
Number 2 in the Yelp's top 100 ice cream parlor list. It's a mom and pop shop that's run by a husband and wife who are U.S. Army veterans. Their names are Christina and Ricardo Braga. And Ricardo is also in BSO. I don't know if I think he's a BSO lieutenant.
His name's familiar.
And then number 3, the shop's claim to fame is its sampler platters. And they also have samplers of booze-infused adult-only flavors such as Mudslide, Margarita, Bailey's, and 20 out of 10 rum raisin, which I don't even know what 20 out of 10 means, but that's
Means a lot of alcohol.
some of their flavors. Yeah.
Huh.
Or maybe, you know what?
Maybe it's
It's
really
a
strong.
rating system. It's so good. It's a 20 out of 10.
Oh,
They're
okay.
using the Trump math.
yeah. I thought it might have been a I don't know.
Prices are reduced by 1,000% if you get this.
I thought it might have been like an alcohol proof, but
Yeah, that's what I'm
2010.
thinking.
No.
Yeah, that's not
2010
a-
doesn't work.
I don't even know. But there you have it. If you should be able, well, if you can't get it, just Google it.
You'll find
I'll
it.
be posting the clues on the Let's Eat South Florida group later on today. I think that's it, Joe. Do you know the
Yeah.
name of this place?
I don't.
Have no
It's on
clue.
the tip of my tongue because I've read about all the different ice cream shops, but I don't get out to Coral Springs enough, I think, to.
Let's just say it's a similar phrase to the Facebook food group that I run. So
Oh.
that's it. How's that for another obtuse
go.
clue? There you go.
Nice.
Joe, good luck tomorrow. I am
Thank
going to
you.
be skipping it. Val is still, she's got to
Oh.
save up her energy for Sunday.
Okay.
And, but I will definitely be here with bells on for Sunday afternoon. And, what's coming up next month? You already got something for
Taste of Havana.
Taste
We're going
of
to
Havana?
be Cuban food and
that was so
Cuban
fun.
themed or Cuban named drinks. So
Nice.
that'll probably be predominantly Bacardi. Last year we did it exclusively with Bacardi, but this year we're going to open up to some of the other vendors and so forth. It won't be just rums. We're going to do some other Cuban themed drinks with some other spirits as well and so
Nice.
forth. But we'll be doing all the food in house. We'll be doing all the Cuban bread baked in house. So
Excellent.
really looking forward to it. There's actually 50 tickets sold already.
Wow. You guys are way ahead of the game.
Well, 'cause that was like a big party. Like people were dancing and the
Yeah.
music
Yeah,
was.
yeah,
Oh, I
going
remember.
on.
I was at
You
that
guys
one.
went all in.
I've
Like,
already hired the
that
band.
was where Zucar. That's where Zucar was.
Yes.
You went
Yes.
like you had like the signs and like it was crazy.
Yes, that's what we're gonna do. Is I'll reach out to Susie again and get the little individual cups for her for that. And
August
then,
23rd?
Yes.
Okay, I got
Ooh,
it. I got the date
yeah,
right. I
yeah.
believe August 23rd is also Travers Day.
There you go.
I believe
It'll be
so.
very fun here.
It'll be a fun day. All right. Well, thank you, Joe. I will
My
see you on
pleasure.
Sunday. Regrets that I will
Yes.
not be
Sorry, I'm
Well,
missing tomorrow.
drinking. It's a good thing I'm not drinking
Yeah.
any tequila because
Yeah, stay away.
you might have to call some authorities if you find me
in the corner talking to
naked
yourself.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Naked and afraid. That's me on tequila. All right. Let us take our second and final break today, and then we'll come back and wrap up this week on the Lunchbox after these words. When people ask me about the best restaurants in South Florida, Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me. I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Hey, it's Mayo here for Prezzo Italian Restaurants. 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In Garlic We Trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. Same great Thai food, beautiful new location. I'm talking about Eat Thai, now in Boca Raton at 6299 North Federal Highway. Thai cuisine is having a moment, and Chef Sopanut makes some of the best in South Florida. A hip and modern spot with authentic Thai street food and some innovative twists. The spicy oxtail soup, Thai bouillabaisse, shrimp ceviche, and classic noodle dishes will wow you. And they now offer full liquor and craft cocktails too. Open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Go to eatthaiflorida.com for more information. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Just a couple of more words. Tropical Acres, don't forget, if you want their great twin lobster special, it is available tonight. That is 2 freshly steamed New England lobsters, £1.25 each, with a salad and a side for $39. They also have their happy hour in the bar going from 4:30 to 6:30, and they have a great service, and the food can't beat that prime rib they have at Tropical Acres. They are closed on Sundays, so get in there tonight or tomorrow and tell them the Lunchbox sent you. And also, friends at Casa D'Angelo are having some wine dinners coming up next month. Go online to make your reservations now. It's casa-d-angelo.com. 3 locations. All 3 of them are going to be having this great wine dinner coming up in a few weeks. Angelo Ilia is back in town from his little summer rest. All 3 locations are great. Boca Raton with Chef Ricky. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale, right there on Federal Highway by the Big Bend. And right here, a stone's throw from Gulfstream. Aventura. Beautiful stuff. All right, that's going to do it. Defo, don't even worry about it. We're done. We'll see everybody on Monday. Monday is going to be fun. We're going to a new place. Well, it's been around.
You talked about it a lot.
How is it that Joe Beja has a big head? He doesn't have a big head. What is that?
I don't know.
The hair. He does the hair.
The hair?
He has the hair.
He has the hair.
Thank you, sir. So Monday, Death by Pizza.
Oh, yeah. I want to catch that one. What time?
It started 2 o'clock, 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
post
That
time.
might give me time to get up there. Where's that?
So
Delray?
it's West Delray.
West Delray.
It's
How west?
all the way by 441 in Atlantic. So it's far west.
Talking
They
Horace
call
Greeley,
that
Go west, young man.
you could get eaten by alligators.
Where
But
the bags?
everybody
Where the
says
bags?
it's great.
No,
Oh,
and
no, people love
they started
That's
off
universal.
started off as a takeout only place in downtown Delray. It was Kobe Wexler and his sister, who also have a bakery and breakfast joint downtown Delray. But this Detroit style pizza has become all the rage, and it did so well downtown that they were able to procure space and get a full service dining room, brick and mortar, West Delray, Death by Pizza.
You love
2
it.
p.m. Monday. I love
you're a big
the
pizza
Detroit
guy.
style.
Yeah.
The poker game the other night. I ordered some more Jets pizza.
Nice.
And I love that, big, thick, crunchy.
I had a
style.
guy go to Jets, hated it.
Really?
It's okay.
Yeah,
Did he get the Detroit style four
I
corner?
believe he did. I think he sampled a little of everything, and
Okay.
he thought it was really bad.
Because I would not recommend Jets for anything other.
I heard nothing but good things about Jets.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
my
this
friend who I do sometimes a walk of life with, I mentioned it to him. He said,
If you like Sicilian or anything like that, they
he
do a good
probably ordered wrong. He probably got the regular.
don't start with that, man. That was a bad issue. I thought you got over that.
He's allowed to not
No,
like
but-
it. It's fine.
But you don't go
I'm
to
in the middle
Jets
on
and
it.
get a round
No.
like New York kind
No,
of
I think
pizza.
he
But if
tried,
he got,
tried a little of everything.
Okay.
He didn't care for it.
Look,
But
I'm in the middle. Like I don't think
most
it's
people
bad.
really like it.
I don't love it like you do. I'm
it's
in
the
the middle. I
best.
thought it was
It's the
solid.
best chain pizza around.
Yes. Oh, it's
so-
chain pizza goes.
chain.
Yeah. Chain
Yeah,
pizza
I'm
goes.
not
is
saying it's better
What's it
than.
going against? Domino's?
Yeah. Honestly, it's
Papa
better than those
John's?
places.
No, but it's good in its own right. And,
Yeah.
and Danny Surfer will die on that.
He likes
Oh, by
it.
the way,
He
I was curious. So how did the order go? I mean, I know the Spanas won the hoagie thing. So
they don't reveal.
They don't reveal.
Same question. too.
I'm assuming. Like I will make.
I
Think about it,
I
tell
think
you.
for a lot of people it was a toss up, Spanas and Viennese.
Viennese,
Right.
Depending on
I
taste.
have my sources. I will put.
Yeah,
some-
they'll tell
I would think Jersey Mike's would have been last,
Probably.
but maybe not because
I'm curious what's third between was it Capitan?
Capitan. You know
and
what?
What's
It doesn't really matter. But
I'm
you know,
just
because
curious.
Jersey Mike's is so again ubiquitous, it's
bland.
everywhere.
It's
No,
just
but
kinda
I'm
bland.
saying
It
it
may do
probably
well.
finishes
It
third.
may do well.
Capatini's is a real niche thing that not many people have had it. It's in Boca. It's kind of hidden near
Yeah, I
where
haven't had
Jeffrey
that. What
eats is.
sub seems to be extremely
What sub
popular.
is now in 3,
I mean, they're
going
a
on
contender
4
for number one. They
locations.
really are.
It's
yeah.
really
They
good.
probably finished third. If I
Yeah.
had a guess, I would say
I haven't had one, but I
Espadas,
think it's going to be. I just
Espadas,
can tell it's good.
VNS.
And
What
would
sub?
be mine? Yeah.
Had a
Uh,
Espadas tuna with
probably.
everything last night, all week. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
Man.
they do such a good job.
I had some more of it this morning after I finished up with Lubie. And you know what's great? I still have more in the fridge, and that's one sandwich.
That's it. One of those
Yeah.
large ones
Yeah.
lasts forever.
Yeah, yeah,
3,
forever.
4 meals.
Couldn't have
My-
been any better.
These
That's
days
great.
for me, it's like 8 meals. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. All right, we'll see everybody Sunday. Again, if you want to come on
Yeah,
out,
come out Sunday.
MikeMayoEats@gmail.com. Just let me know how many people in your party, and we'll get you in. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy every sandwich.